Hey guys, how are you guys doing? Um, I should be doing homework, but I don't feel like it. I'm too lazy. Um, I was just working on my schedule for next semester, and now that I feel like I have everything figured out, I feel a little better. Because before this, I wasn't sure if I could get into a class and things like that. And yeah, so things are working out. And um, Yeah, my dystonia has been really bad. You can see, obviously. Yeah, so it's been getting really difficult. I notice I'm having a lot of issue concentrating. It's really hard. I think because of the derealization and depersonalization that I also experience, just makes everything so much harder. And yeah, I was like reading something my teacher wrote earlier, and I was just like, what? I think mostly because it just sucks that every time I try to use my brain, almost feels like just trying to focus on anything, my dystonia just gets worse, like so bad. That's when it starts actually. I think I explained in the previous videos that if I'm at a certain state, I'm okay. But as soon as I start trying to go into like the real world, um, that's when the dystonia just like turns on. It's like freaking out, It's like, Grace, no, we don't want you to go there. But yeah, so yeah, that's just kind of what's been happening. Other than that, um, so a lot of, I mean, some interesting things happened. I was talking to my friend yesterday, and um, I was just kind of telling him that, like, dude, I really don't think I can finish school. I mean, I can barely concentrate on anything right now. Like, if I try to use my brain, it just feels like it's gonna blow up. And and I mean, of course, I didn't say it in that details because, like, I think it's very hard for people to grasp what derealization and depersonalization feels like if they haven't experienced it ever. So yeah, and and I was just like, I hate to take a break. I really don't want to, because I know, because my dad actually told me, like, hey, Grace, if you really need to take a break, don't feel bad. I want you to be healthy. And, honestly, all the complaining I do, I'm honestly such a lucky person. Um, just the support I be getting. Like, in a way, I feel like I don't deserve this. But at the same time, I'm like, Mom, Dad, you fucked me up. You're here to pay for it. I want you to know that I'm suffering, you know. And but you know what? I mean, part of me kind of let that go. Part of me just there will always be that thing inside, obviously. But they've been more than supportive and just support from everyone. But like my dad told me, like, if I really need to take a break, go for it, if I need to. And my friend was like, and I said, no, I don't want to, because I know it's only going to get harder to come back. If I take a break now, it's not going to get any easier. I'm like prepared for the worst for this dystonia thing. And my friend's like, you don't have to stop going completely. Why don't you just take less classes? And I was like, you know what, you're right. Why didn't I? I always just been that like that very black and white person where you know, um it's either a yes or no. And um yeah, like there was no gray area for me. And I know that's one of my problems. And and I was like, yeah, why didn't I think of that? That's stupid. Why didn't I think of just taking less classes? So then I started doing my schedule and stuff, and I realized, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll do 4, maybe I'll do, 3. But then I was like, I'm looking at my schedule, and right now I have 5 classes, and it doesn't look that bad. I have Tuesday off. I have like Thursday most of the day till 6 off. I have a class from 6 to 9 p.m. and I have Friday off. And then through Monday and Wednesday I have class from 1 to 9:30 with not much break. So Monday and Wednesday is my only hard days, But yeah, so I mean, I don't know. So I mean that part is like not so bad. And what else I'm gonna say? I just ate a cookie with weed, and now I'm like, I think I'm too high to do this video. Like, I have things I want to say, but at the same time, I'm just like, all right, so let me regroup. This is what I mean by, like, it's so hard to concentrate on things too. Not just because I'm high, but also when I'm not. Like, the dystonia just makes it, and the derealization just makes everything so difficult. But I went out on Saturday, like walking around with my friends. Oh my God. Just a little bit of walking, I was dying. I mean, yeah, like when I got home, I felt my back was just like, whoa. But, the thing is, so when we were walking, and the whole day, obviously, you guys don't see my eye like doing much right now, but, like, I was just doing this constantly the whole day. And every time I do this, my friend would like, wink at me or like make fun like this. And then I was just like, so I told my friend, I was like, hey, like, I was like, don't do that. And I was like, it hurts, because literally, like, it's not just fun. Like, okay, hey, I'm doing these things, but it also hurts me. So when you make fun of something that it hurts, that hurts me physically, I don't like that. And so I told my friend, and he actually said okay, but he didn't take me seriously, and he did that like a few more times. And I just the next few times I didn't say much. I didn't say anything. And when I got home, and I'll read you guys the text, because I thought it's interesting. It tells people, because I'm always very open, blunt person. Like, if I don't like something, I mean, as I got older, I start to learn to just tell people, because people are not gonna know what you think, and especially if something bothers you, definitely tell people. I mean, they deserve to know. If you're mad about it, Okay, so it's gonna be a bit long. I said, hey, I have to tell you something, but I'll tell you in person. As soon as I said it, I regret saying it. I was like, I didn't want to like deal with this right now, but you know what? Fuck it. I guess I'll do it now, So I said, and then he's like, oh, I hate when you do that. Tell me now. I was like, I know, sorry, I'm not ready though. What is it about? I don't know how to tell you yet, so I'll tell you next time we hang out. What do you mean? Question mark. Like capital letters. You want to kill me with anxiety? And I was like, haha, no, oh my God, no. And he's like, are you pregnant? It's just hard for me to talk about. No, I wish I am. Disease and love? Yeah, disease, and something you said made me really sad. But it's not your fault at all. I just want to tell you so you know how I feel, because I know you care. I'm sorry if I made you sad. I never meant anything, really. You're my best friend. I feel bad now. And because of that, I want you to know that I'm doing what I'm doing, or else I feel like I'm hiding something from you. Is it about your dystonia? No, don't feel bad. Seriously, I'm not mad at you at all. Yeah, but it's a lot more serious than you think. I don't look that bad, because I try really, really hard to hide my symptoms. But my life is kind of falling apart, and I really love you. So when you don't understand and make fun of me, sometimes I feel really hurt. and he had like the crying face, and it's like, call me, let's talk seriously. I'll call you later. Yeah, I feel too blah to talk right now. We can meet up next week before school starts so we can hang out, just us. You know I love you too, and I apologize for the stupid things I said. Don't ever think I said anything to hurt you or make you feel bad. Of course not. If I think that, I wouldn't tell you. You know. You told me your dystonia was bad, but I didn't take it serious, and that's my fault. You have the right to be mad at me. I'm happy you told me how you feel so that I learn a lesson and pay attention to the things I said. I know you're just saying it because you don't understand. I really appreciate your friendship, and truly from the bottom of my heart, I'm sorry. Let's hang out for sure this upcoming week so we can talk freely. I'm going to research everything about dystonia right now just so that I can be here for you. And that's when I was just so like, oh, you know, with people with illnesses or other things that other people don't understand, really what you just want them to say is, hey, I'm going to go research, do some research, so I know what you're feeling like. I want to learn as much as I can. And I was like, it made me really happy. Like, you know, I don't know. It just, because I experience people that don't care. It's when they don't ask questions. And I'll tell you guys another story. But so I said, Heart, thank you, Felipe, for caring and trying. I don't want to put all the burden on you, but I feel so alone sometimes because nobody understands. That's what friends are for, Grace. And you're like my best friend too, so I get really hurt when you don't take me serious either. I'm here, dump all the burden on me. Haha, okay. You're gonna get drowned. And then it goes on me to talk about, like, you know, oh, which days you're off and stuff like that. And I don't know. I just don't know why I deserve the things I get in life sometimes. In a good way. Like, the support, you know, everything else. And like today I was at the gym, and you know, like I go to the same gym for years, so I know a lot of people there. And so some guy came up to me. I mean, like I talked to him here and there, you know, but not like that or anything. And he was like, "Oh, how you doing?" Honestly, nowadays I hate when people ask me how I'm doing, cuz I don't want to lie. I hate saying, "Oh, I'm good," when I'm fucking falling apart, literally, like physically and mentally and every aspect of life. I just don't feel right saying I'm okay. But at the same time, I don't want to drown people with constant like complaining and whining, like, oh, you're not okay, oh, you feel bad again today, oh, like, people don't understand this is a chronic thing. It's something that's going to go on, and sometimes it doesn't change, you know, overnight. It's not one of those, oh, just sleep it off kind of thing, because you have to deal with it 24/7, you know. And so, like, I don't know, lately when people ask me if I'm okay, I just tell them, like, oh, yeah, I've been dealing with this health thing. And I'll say, you know, like, I got diagnosed with dystonia recently, and, you know, it's just really difficult dealing with that. So, yeah, you know. And, you know, the guy today at the gym was just like, what is it, if you don't mind me asking? And I was like, no, not at all. Like, I would love for you to ask versus, like, not caring and just, oh, because I don't know, whatever. Like, it's not familiar to me. It's not going to affect me, you know? And yeah, so I just noticed I'm literally sitting on my hands because I don't want to tick that bad. Like, it sucks. And anyways, so yeah, and also, well, one more thing I wanted to talk about is I was reading the book, I forgot the author's name, and I should know this, but it's called Diagnosed with Dystonia or something like that. Yeah, when I do remember, I'll let you guys know. I think it's by Tom something. Yeah, Tom something. And he has cervical dystonia, and he wrote a book about his experience. I haven't finished the whole book yet, but one thing I found very helpful from the book is um, when he talked about keeping all his medical records handy. So he had a little notebook of all the doctor he's seen, all the medication he's been on, and things like that. And I was like, I don't have that. Like, that's a great idea, because right now if I go to a new doctor, I don't have any medical records or any notes or anything. Like, if they asked me what medicine I've been taking, I couldn't even tell them. So I started collecting all this, a couple weeks ago. I printed out my medical record from like online access, like places I can access online. But other than that, I asked my previous doctor. I mean, there's another doctor that I seen that prescribed me medication, but I can't remember his name. But so I'm just gonna, I mean, he prescribed me medication for ADHD or ADD. I don't remember. ADD, I think. And I was on Xanax, and then he prescribed me some, I believe it's Zoloft and like another antidepressant. And I asked my other doctor, and I'm just going to read you guys the list of medication that I was given just for anxiety and depression. And let me grab that paper. I'll be right back. Okay, so yeah, there's dystonia in my neck right now. Okay. Medication from so I was already on Xanax from my previous primary doctor, and then April 2016 I was given Celexa, and then July Busper, which both I tried and had horrible like reactions to it, like so bad. And this is when I actually took the minimum dosage, and I even cut it in half, I believe, of the minimum dosage and took it, and I was having every single side effect, like depression, fever, tremors, thoughts of suicide. I was in bed for like 3 days, taking half of it, and I could not get out of bed. And I was on the phone. I remember this specifically. Like during those times, I was on the phone with my best friend for like the whole night, because my thoughts of suicide were just so strong. Like it was crazy. It was a crazy time. And I would never, ever, ever, ever go back there. Like ever. And I think that's why I'm so strong opinionated about medication. And I completely understand, for some people it helps them, and if it works for you, I am not, like, by all means, this is just my personal opinion, what I like, what happened to me with medication, and I'm just not a fan of it. But okay, I mean, after that, after Busper, so this is already 3 medication, and then I was on Xanax and given 2 medication, and then we try hydrosizing, which I was given, but I never took it, because I was just like, man, like, nah. So I didn't take it, and then I think I went back, because the whole time we're trying to get off Xanax. We know that Xanax is not good, but my anxiety was so bad. And of course, you go through, you get the whole, what do you call that? The withdrawal too, when you're trying to get off benzo type of drugs. So, every time I tried to get off of it, it was really bad. So, yeah, so I don't think you guys ever see my shoulder doing this and my neck. This all started like maybe a few weeks ago. Like the right side of my body just kind of just, I think it used to spasm a lot more. Now it's more of a like a slow pulling, and my neck will go this way when this is happening. So it's like that. But you know, but I can still, my neck was still like, it pulls both ways. Sometimes it goes this way. But my shoulder definitely on this side. But anyways, so then Lexapro, and then propranolol. Anyways, and then this is just from psychiatrist for my anxiety. And after I start having these tics, I went to a neurologist, which prescribed me Tegretol, which is just an oh no, sorry, Tegretol is for seizure. This actually no. First he prescribed me baclofen to try, and then of course like that's just a muscle relaxant. It didn't work, and I didn't want to be on muscle relaxant for long terms either. Like all these things have side effects that are just like they're not good either way, and I'm just kind of like fuck man, like you know, because yeah, you know, you don't want, I don't know, you don't like, I don't want to be on muscle relaxants because there's certain muscles you don't want to relax all the time, you know, for example your heart. Yeah, and then but even though I mean I tried it, it didn't work. So then I was prescribed Tegretol, which is for like seizure, I think, to try. And then I was just like, no, you know, it's not, because I looked up and a lot of people having side effects with Tegretol, and I was like, I don't know, I just didn't feel comfortable trying it. And yeah, so I this is what I mean by I lose train of thoughts like no other nowadays with the dystonia, like, and I don't know what is happening in my brain, but my thoughts are just like, yeah. Anyways, so okay, I can't think of what I wanted to say. Matter of fact, I think I'm going through one of those like ticks. I guess they call tick storms or dystonia storms, where I can't think of anything else except like tick. I felt like one of those moments, and it's been happening a lot. Uh, like it's hard to listen to people or to think or anything, because the only thing I could think about literally is ticking and the tension in my body. And yeah, okay, but I think I feel better now. But yeah, I don't know. I just think it's crazy how a lot of these medication could induce dystonia or dystonic symptoms. Yet, as a form of treatment, you're just given to take more of these medication that potentially could have cost you your dystonia to begin with. Like, I don't understand it. I don't. I mean, I do understand it. At the same time, I think it's just, I feel like these drugs are given way too freely without any precaution, and it's messed up so many people's lives. Um, I don't like how doctors are just like, here, try this, without feeling any sort of responsibility that this could potentially harm a person, you know, without digging further into that person's symptoms and stuff, and maybe recommend other things first before just going straight to drugs. And this is just how I feel. Yeah, but this video is getting really long, so I'm gonna end it here. I do have more things I want to talk about as a form of treatment that I've been doing, but I'll give you guys an update, and I'll let you guys know next time. So yeah, okay, take care, bye.